Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the British Esports Student Championships. Today we've got Overwatch for you, and it is the final of our North Division. It's going to be a great one, isn't it, Puppy? Welcome to the show.
It's going to be absolutely huge. Yes, thank you. It's both these teams have been absolute titans throughout this entirety of this spring stage. So, I would say it's up to anybody's guess who's potentially going to come away with this win and obviously secure their place in that sort of LAN finals coming up. But to be honest, they've only met once during the past, which is a little while back in the actually in the Winter Swish stage, which I think GCS actually won at 3-0. So that's the only other time that they've actually come up to kind of together. But the rest of the time, they've managed to dominate their games respectively. So we could see something different here. Who knows?
Yeah, both teams today looking really strong throughout the entirety of the season and 3-0ing every game in their bracket up until this point, but one of them has to fall right now. We've got the Confetti Arrows and the GCS Owls, two powerhouses. We know them really well. Now, everyone watching in the chat, this game was actually played a good few weeks ago. It is recorded on a VOD, but me and Puppy, we are here right live for you at 16:01 on this fine Wednesday afternoon. So please, if you do know the results, no spoilers. Now, I do talk about it's been a few weeks ago, Puppy. A few weeks ago, it's literally one day after the new season started and our new hero, Venture, hit the scene. Do you think we might see them today?
Potentially. Obviously, we've seen the most recent patch notes, which aren't going to be in play for today's games because it's a game that was played previously. So those changes to Venture and also Orisa as well are not actually going to be of any use. So maybe potentially. Obviously, there's a relatively significant nerf to both those characters that I've just said. So who knows to see what we're actually going to get today. I hope we get to see some. Also, at the same time, I think we were talking about the fact that we're not entirely sure about the characters' abilities just yet. So, and of course, I haven't really had much time to play them myself either. So, all to see, and hopefully we do see some.
Yeah, gosh darn that adult life keeping us from gaming, eh, Puppy?
That's it, exactly that.
Yeah, but like I say, it should be a good match today, and regardless if we see Venture or not, it's still going to be a lot of fun. So we are going to kick off very shortly. Can we have a look at what our first map is going to be? Oh, well, we'll just go to game and we'll find out right away. So let's go. I'm sure we have the map on screen up. Okay, so it is going to be the Lighthouse. It's off, Puppy. So what sort of thing are you expecting to see? Now, remember, this was at the very beginning of Season 10, literally the first day out, so all bets are off the table. Who knows what is good or bad at this point?
So, I mean, you have to say that Orisa was a relatively strong state. So you kind of think that would be a staple pick for both these teams if they're looking to play something a little bit more meta. However, obviously, it depends on the map, doesn't it? Really, generally, a lot of verticality is very, very useful for this particular map in general. And across all the maps that actually that's within this, the rounds within this map pool, it's very, very useful to have stuff like we see on screen now, a bit of Winston and a bit of Doomfist. So a bit of a difference there. In terms of DPS and supports, I feel like it's a little bit more of a whatever you feel is the most comfortable, really. So as we see teams switching onto their final characters, we can see them come into this first fight and straight into the faces of one another.
Yeah, quite a bit of similarity in the teams. Yeah, the only difference is it's a tank, and that could be all the difference in this game. Monkey's jumping up, trying to get that Mercy, and straight away Lemon goes down. Brilliant jump there from Lagerlef. Oh, and AF4ML flying in the sky there, taking down anybody who dares to challenge them. We did lose Lemon on the side of the GCS Owls there, but I think they have the majority vote here to take this fight pretty cleanly. And Napier is going to have to be really careful unless they want to get staggered at this point. It's a very dangerous game. Cola Pip is on the point there, seems to be taking it a little bit, got halfway, and actually managed to take down Mini Mythical as well. So this fight could get flipped back to Confetti at any moment here, and it sure has, but the fight still continues here on the outside. The monkey does not seem to be moving very much. Lagerlef seems to be taking the L there. The rest of the team sort of flutter around, getting everywhere, and they are playing some weird games here, some weird positioning, some weird attempts to not get killed here, where maybe a back up to the spawn would be better for them, but GCS getting staggered here.
Yeah, a little uncharacteristic. You would have thought the fact this team is coming out probably top out of the two teams they were expecting here. So, but yeah, a very scrappy fight from both sides. And already you see how long it's taken to get that first fight done. That both these teams are coming up on some significant ultimates. So one's to look out for that pulse bomb coming out from Nymphia coming up relatively soon.
Yeah, another casualty goes down for the Owls there. However, we are trading here. Weather picking it up, and oh, okay, back and forth. Weather on this Echo is being an absolute menace there, and the quick res coming out from Levin onto Mythical Nymphia, and yeah, they are back as a full fighting team here. Confetti looking really strong, a lot stronger than I think we expected them to look at this point. However, Ultimate's coming up online here. Confetti with the advantage here. Are they going to use any in this fight? Lagalef jumps down and goes straight for the Mercy. However, here comes Weber popping that Winston and fighting back, going for the support here of the Owls on their own, and straight in with that ultimate. I think the Targ may have managed to save himself by coming in with the teleport there before getting knocked off. Maybe again. They do seem to be surviving these monkey bursts very well here. However, Cole up here, coming in with that Doomfist on that Kitchener Pam, absolutely wrecking everybody who stands on that point. Coming in with Meteor Strike. Managed to catch anybody punching Lagalef straight into that wall. Big Chief Monkey initiated for the GCS Owls here. Lagalef goes wild and chases everybody off the point with those big monkey arms, and they're going to flip that back to the Owls. 97% though for Confetti. Dangerous time for the Owls here.
Yeah, Confetti, these long drawn-out fights are definitely going to be suiting them a lot more as they're able to kind of force out plenty of ultimates, and that's desperately what you need to have to hold on to this point. And GCS don't have many now, just the Mercy ult now, so they have to use that carefully.
Yeah, in that monkey bubble, not the best place to stand if you want any support. The tank has gone down for the Owls again, and here comes the Valkyrie from Lemon, keeping the whole team alive. Chasing AF4ML there, keeping them alive in the air. That could be a devastating damage boost here. Oh, but Nymphia getting the target straight in the back with the Bill Tracer pistol. They do a lot of damage if you can crit so many of them right in the face of Lemon as well. Nymphia on after roll here gets a stick onto Legolas. Bomb didn't quite take them out, but the follow-up will, and it looks like they are going to probably flip this back unless Mini Mythical can do anything, which they cannot. 97%. The rest comes in. Full team fighting for Confetti on the point, and I don't think anybody else is going to get into touch this. If they do, it will be a dirty, staggered fight, and it will come to no avail. Everybody desperately trying to hit, but I don't think it's going to be for anything here. One at a time, off the point. Oh, big jump back on for the monkey there. Yeah, we're just staggering here. We're just dribbling on. And yeah, Mini Mythical just says, you know what? Never mind. Bomb myself, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going exactly how we thought it was going to go. GCS, definitely the favourite of these two teams in their last matchup, but this time it looks like Confetti have got their number so far. Obviously, it's very early to say, and this high mobile composition seems to be working a lot better for the Confetti side. The Doomfist, Tracer, Echo combination just so hard to lock down, especially when you're playing something like a Winston. As soon as you expended that jump, you know, if they're able just to jump away, you're kind of going to get very minimal out of it. And both of the support line as well had that mobility and the get out jail cards, so it's very difficult to play a Winston into this. I'm not entirely sure if I like it. Preferred the sort of the Doomfist matchup that Legolas was potentially going to look at, but they've switched back to the Winston. Going to continue on and try and make this one work.
Yeah, now we see AF4ML going on the Cassidy here, possibly going to try and take down Weather in the sky with that hit scan hero, or possibly going to try and hinder Nymphia as they come sneaking around the back. Whichever it is, it has not worked as they have gone down straight away, and the rest of the team crumbles behind them as Confetti managed to take two of them down, and they're going to back away with what they've got left, and that the point gets flipped. This is not looking good for them straight out of the gates here.
Yeah, it looks like they're not entirely sure exactly how they want to play this one because, yeah, I mean, look at all of them. They're getting so low so quickly. They can't even get close to the point so far. Doomfist is doing so much work. Colapip is just absolutely holding them at bay here.
Yeah. Okay, S4 Mile. Oh, maybe got the hinder onto Doomfist there, even though they were blocking, but that is going to be enough. All focused onto that tank there, and the job will get done. And now it's just a case of trying to pick off everybody else. Hang on. The Echo has gone for the copy here, getting that monkey copy to get. Oh, hang on. Lovely stick from Nymphia on A4 there. I took the bomb, stood right onto them, no problem. And then just was cleaning up the rest. Chasing around Lemon on that Lucio, and the two fastest heroes will combine, and there's nothing between them. So yeah, another clean fight from Confetti there, even without their tank. He did pretty well.
Yeah, with the Echo copy available and switching onto that tank, there's a great use there of the copy to be able to keep them into this fight and giving them an extra little bit of HP that they so desperately needed. Another early pick on Delagula. This is probably going to be no different here as we see them potentially having to look to regroup. It just allows Colapip to play a little bit more aggressive, knowing that they have that backup of the rest of the team. And, you know, if they've got the copy, which they have it back up already again, so even if Colapip goes down, they have the copy again to be able to switch onto that tank.
Yeah, Weather is doing an absolute blinder on this Echo here. That copy available straight away. It has to be said for Lemon on that damage boost, keeping them alive and looking after them all this time. Great shout out to our Mercy player here. And it makes all the difference, doesn't it, having a pocketed hero who's that good. Meteor Strike comes in, not going to find anyone with the initial punch, but maybe with the follow-up. Hits Napalm, comes out from the torch here. Is it going to be fast enough? Oh, okay, so Echo has copied the Kitsune and is going to get a pass-up of their own, which is going to really help Confetti to speed everything up and even the odds a little bit here on that path. Firing rate is actually increased so much, and Lagla seems to be maintaining through it though, only being killed off by another Tracer Bomb. 99%, nobody able to come back and touch the point, and that is going to be 2-0 to Confetti in a result I don't think we expected to see today.
Oh, I mean, the DPS has just been absolutely running riot. Nymphia has just had an absolute stormer there, constantly filling up the kill feed. And obviously, can't speak about DPS without talking about Weather's Echo here. He played a crucial role in, I mean, early picks. The copies were absolutely sublime. The follow-up, obviously, onto the dives there from Colapip as well, just working in tandem so well. And obviously, the Tracer just had the ability to be able to run around, get pickups exactly how they wanted to. And I don't think that I saw Nymphia actually drop a pulse bomb at all. It just looked absolutely so clean and allowed the, I mean, the supports just had so much space to work with to be able to get that healing out. Yeah, overall, just very well drilled, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. The Echo and the Tracer, a brilliant combination for those two. While you're looking at the sky, chasing the Echo, the Tracer will just sneak up behind you and beep, 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 you know, in your back. And it's a really dangerous combo when those two are working together, especially with that damage boost as well coming in from Lemon on the Mercy. Props to our Twitch chat who noticed that we actually have a Lemon on either side at the moment. Lemon01 on the Owls and Lemon on Confetti here. So it may get a little bit confusing. Not as confusing as the Prophet days in Soul Dynasty though, but we are going to try our best to try and make sure we don't get too confused by the multiple lemons around here. But moving on, okay, we are currently 1-0 to Confetti at the moment. Can Owls pull it back? We will sure find out very soon as we go into our next map in just a minute, which is usually going to be Hybrid. And here we go, King's Row is everybody's favourite map. So, you know, I'd like to say maybe coming in with the same sort of thing again, but maybe the Owls need to really reconsider the options here because whatever they were doing there wasn't working for them. How can they deal with this DPS duo coming in from Nymphia and Weather?
Yeah, good question. I mean, they obviously need to have some form of hit scan is the natural sort of knee-jerk reaction that I would have if I was going to try and remedy it immediately. But it could be a little bit of anything, really. You can look at something like even as crazy as a Torbjorn with the turret, obviously creating a little bit of space for your team when you do so desperately need it. And the interesting thing here is that GCS have never been on the back foot throughout the entirety of this season, have not dropped a map. That's the first one that they've actually dropped. So this is the first time that we actually see their preferred picks. And GCS have gone for King's Row over the likes of stuff like Blizzard World, which is something that's in the previous matchup we saw coming out from Confetti, but a bit of a widow action coming from the Confetti side to see if they can get a nice early pick. I imagine we might see it change over to something a bit more mobile afterwards. We know they like to play it so far.
Yeah, and the Owls aren't stupid. They backed away straight away as soon as they noticed that Widow popping at them. However, we have had a casualty. Mini Mythical has gone down somewhere off camera. And oh, hang on, Cola Pip in a bit of bother here, jumping into the back line and just getting swarmed by the entire of the team. And this is looking a little bit better for the side of the Owls here. They are getting those desperate picks that they need. They don't want to lose a single third here of this point. They want to just make Confetti right back into spawn and think about what they did. Weather on this soldier now doesn't want to give up again with that lemon damage boost. Give them that extra damage, didn't kill anybody who they managed to get a clean shot on. So the Owls have to be really careful watching all these corners here as they've got people coming through the hotel, around the hotel, and the soldiers sitting up on that high ground ready to pick them off. Confetti is everywhere right now, in every single corner that they can be, and now they're going to send onto the Owls as they push them right back off the point, and then they're able to capture it. However, they haven't killed anybody yet. Legolev definitely trying to push back in with that javelin bit. The beast coming out from 11:01 on the Owl side, but it's not going to be enough as everybody's health just goes down and down, and they are getting picked up one by one here, and that is going to be a win for Confetti on this first point as they just chase down the final little stragglers. Run, Lemon, run!
I mean, you can see it in the respect that these two teams are giving each other. A little bit less from the side of Confetti's side, who are getting up in their faces a little bit more. We saw just then GCS trying to sort of draw back under the choke point that you just see the Mercy going through here to try and deal with some of the damage that was coming out, getting them to expend some of their abilities, maybe overcommit a little bit. They just didn't. Confetti aggressed just enough and then regrouped, waited for their abilities to come back offline, back online, sorry, and then get straight back into it. A nice early pick there from Lemon 1.
Yeah, oh, and then more picks coming through. They're just trying to push them right back here. This is a great choke point to hold. Sometimes the cart does not get through that arch because it's very difficult, but there is much further to run back from the defending side right now. If one of them goes down, it is usually the win for the attacking side. Everyone is being kept alive here. We've got ultimates coming online here. Is anyone going to break first? Kid Napalm comes out from both sides, speeding up everyone so they're both on equal footing. It's just going to be a case of who gets the best position and the accuracy. Yeah, because the Terror Surge from the Aretha, not going to manage to kill anybody with it, but just back them all the way to the point just a little bit. Not for long though as Cola Pip comes marching in with that Doomfist, getting some big punches on, and we have lost our Lucy on the side of the Owls here. Lemon has gone, oh my gosh! Nymphia with that pulse bomb, absolutely beautiful, and Confetti will get the cart rolling once again. Woo! That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, just only had to use a couple of ultimates there to get themselves through that one, and GCS are having to use theirs in a far more defensive manner naturally as being on the defense, but just using them to kind of basically just secure a little bit of space for themselves, a little bit of breathing room, because this damage is just constant and they're unable to keep themselves up. The supports are just having to pump out so much healing, but it's just not enough at the moment.
Oh, here comes Meteor Strike, isn't going to catch anybody this time. Cola Pip has managed to get AF4 in the back there, who did have their dead eyes, so it could be a devastating issue here when we are losing people who have ultimates that could stop this push from going on. Big damage coming in from every side here. We're losing characters left and right, but it is the attacking side who are going to win this one out when it is equal footing because they only have a fraction of a meter to go here on this point. Lemon tries to do a little touch on the Lucio, but thinks better of it, runs away, and is maybe going to escape with her life. It's a little bit dicey there, but just get away eventually.
Just shy
join the rest of the team.
Just shy of 4 minutes there. It's coming up to the second point. That's a great time back because this is one of the hardest points to push. As we all know, Konopip doing an absolutely fantastic job of making use of that space that they're getting so far. The rest of the GCS Owls team seem to be trying to leave them alone and ignore Konopip. But saying that, Konopip actually managed to jump off the map.
Oh dear, you hate when that happens, don't you? I was expecting some more interesting things from Nymphia there, sneaking around in the back. Did throw the pulse bomb, did not manage to catch anybody. But yeah, they have managed to stop Confetti's push for the moment, and you know, this corner, it's another one of those make or break areas, isn't it? Sometimes you can hold somebody here for easily 4 minutes. Oh, here comes the Kitsune path out from the Owls here, speeding everybody up. Lovely damage coming out from Legolas there. Javelin throw finds nobody, but it has made this back away. And that's another few seconds that they'll have spare. Okay, here comes the Kitsune path from the confetti team here. Brilliant work on that soldier from Weather. Going back them all the way up to the corner here. Ooh. Okay, we've traded a few here. Cola Pip has gone down, so they may not be able to push any further. Nymphia doesn't care. Right in the back line there, you know, going to try their luck, going to see who they can pick up. Doesn't manage to pick up anyone before losing their own life. Hang on, we've got somebody stuck on that high ground there. They're not going to be able to get away. Somebody needs to go up there and deal with Weather. However, they are a damage boosted soldier, which could be devastating if they get used first. I'm not sure what's going on that high ground right now. They seem to be having a party of both teams. It's a little bit weird.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that's the case, and Lagalev getting out with a little bit of slivered HP there, and now the overclock is going to make it even more difficult for them to hold on to this space. The Doomfist, though, punching so many off the map there. Oh my goodness, it's just running riot.
Weather, damage boosted, overclocked Sojourn. I think that is what we needed to see today. Okay, I don't think anyone's going to touch. Okay, if they tried, Nymphia wouldn't allow it. 1 minute 49 on the clock. That is a great time bank for Confetti there. Owls are going to have to work really hard to do better than that.
Yeah, I think so far it's really difficult for the likes of Lagalev to be able to get much done on the heroes that they're selecting. The Winston in the first map was kind of, like I said, was committed after once they've used that jump, that leap into the back line. As long as the rest of the team of Confetti has, like the support line has their get out of jail free cards, they were always able to get out of it. So a switch over to the Orisa was called, but unfortunately you still suffer with that lack of mobility, and it felt like a couple of times Lagalev potentially using those abilities on cooldown instead of using them in a way that was kind of a bit more optimal, which kind of allowed Cola Pit to be able to get in and out as they pleased, and obviously push Lagalev around. A few punches here and there made it so difficult for Lagalev to be able to take space, to make space, and to hold on to it. So maybe some changes there were required, but we're going to stick to our guns so far, and sometimes that's a little bit better. We know that these people have, all these players have their own personal sort of favourite characters and strongest characters they like to play on. So not much in terms of changes from the side of GCS, apart from a 4ML who's changed over to this Tracer now, and is going to look to try and mark Nymphia potentially out of this game.
Yeah, not much change at all, especially from the Confetti team, which makes me think that they are going to play a heck of aggressive game here. You know, they're going to be everywhere, especially Cola Pip jumping in and out. Okay, so they're trying to rotate through the hotel at this point, but I think they're going to get sandwiched here from every angle. This is what Confetti like to do. Oh, Lemon trying to take on the damage boosted Weather in the high tower there, not letting okay, lovely right click there from Weather straight into the head of a Legolas, going to push them right back off the point, and it looks like it's going to have to be a reset for the team of the Elves here as they all go down one by one. Clean fight there. Confetti are just everywhere, aren't they? Everywhere you look, they've got one of their players ready to strike.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the benefit of having such a mobile composition. You can kind of take space and then withdraw into sort of like high grounds and that sort of stuff without much worry about the rest of without GCS being able to capitalize on overcommittals. Really, even Doomfist able to jump in and out as they want to. And Lagalev unfortunately just dropped down there without the rest of the team. Yeah, it just feels like running riot at the moment.
Yeah, the rest of the team without Lagalev did manage to fall there. Well, a couple of them did, and the rest managed to back away. Is Lagalev going to make this out with a fraction of their HP? It looks like they are going to get around that bus and be safe this time. But they have to think of a strategy to push in here. They can't just keep doing what they're doing because it's not working at this point. They need to build up some ultimates, but unfortunately, Confetti already have their ultimate bank started. And as soon as Weather wants to, that could be a team wipe with that overclock. You know how effective Weather can be with that damage boost. Lemon doing a fantastic job of continuously pocketing them, and that is making such a huge difference to the damage that they are outputting here. Oh, okay, that could be a nasty catch in that corner there for that entire team when the Doomfist comes knocking away and punching against the wall, one after another, to chase down the rest of the team. That is a dangerous place to be because Doomfist can just punch directly into everybody, and will manage to take out a few squishy targets here. Gonna back away there. Thought better of taking on the Kriko, who was on a tiny bit of HP. You know, let them live for now. Let the tot live. It's okay.
Yeah, Kodapip just understands exactly how much they can push this Doomfist, and it's working so well for them, going in and out so quickly and creating space for the rest of the team, and again, just working really, really well. Weather does, however, go down.
Okay, we have matching Kitsune rushes coming out here, and we did manage to find a pick for the Owls here on their... Oh, unfortunately, Confetti just wanna answer in kind with every kill of their own, and this overclocked coming out from Weather on this soldier with that damage boost. It's just nasty. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's gonna get people time and time again. 1 minute left on the clock. Owls have got to pull something big out the bag right now.
Yeah, and if they have got a window here to be able to do something, as Confetti did use all of their ultimates there, and GCS do have 2 relatively big ones to be able to take some space, but they have to get close enough to the point to be able to get them off in the first place, it feels.
Oh, Lemon's gone down really quickly there. That could be the make or break moment, as they really don't want to push him in the 4v5 against this team with 30 seconds left. They have one more opportunity to do this. Lemon back on the team here. They don't want to have anybody else picked. That would be devastating. Okay, here comes Mini Mythical with our overclock. Is this going to be the game-breaking ultimate that we need here? Just stick around, being very careful. Weather got them on their mark. Oh, here we go. Mini Mythical with that overclock. Going to get some great shots in here. Going to stitch hit everybody first. You know what? If they're not touching the point, that's good enough. Oh no, Hound's gone down. Nymphia just managed to catch up in the back while we're looking at the rest of the team. The Terrace is going to come out from Lagolepia, not going to catch anybody. I don't think it's looking good for the Owls. Ultimates are coming out, but they're not going to be enough, and all the Owls will go down without managing to cap the first point.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about it? I mean, the likes of, you know, you've got Larissa there, who potentially can take a little bit of space and hold on to it. But as soon as you get that ultimate up and online, it really means nothing to these characters that will just be like, okay, you may like bring us in, you know, like the sort of gravitational surge effect, or bringing us all into the sort of center, but we can easily get out of it with the use of one simple ability, you know, whether that's a blink from Tracer, a punch from the Doomfist, and yeah, just so far, Confetti just look so strong and so very, very comfortable with this particular composition that's come up, and without, you know, many changes either. You've only seen the likes of Mini Mythical, who has changed from the Tracer to the Sojourn, and obviously A4FML onto from the Echo to Cassidy. It's not really made that much. Sorry, that's the other way around. Sorry, GCS. Are the other way around, but yeah, the two of the DPS haven't really had to do much in terms of changes, neither the tanks or the supports. So they seem to be very, very comfortable on this composition they're currently running, and it's working for them. So why shouldn't they be?
Yeah, it works on attack, it works on defense, it works on control point, it works on hybrid. You know, whatever they're doing, it is working for Confetti so well right now. And the Owls have got to find something that works for them, because at the moment, whatever they're doing just does not seem to be working. And it's really frustrating. But, you know, Owls are a really resourceful team. I think they can think of something to pull it back. Now remember, guys, we are doing best of 7 today because it is the final. They got plenty of time to pull this back. Don't worry about it. Let's go see our third map and see if they can pull it back. Okay, gonna be our flashpoint map, Saravasa. Now, I'll always say it time and time again, I feel you need a Lucio on this map. How do you feel about that one, Puppy?
100%. Yeah, I'm 100% on board with that one. And whenever I'm playing support in my comp games, I'm always picking up the Lucio if the rest of my team is certainly not. And unless they're picking highly mobile characters, which is the likes of Confetti have been doing, then maybe you don't need one, because if you've got a punch, you know, a jump all up, you know, relatively quickly, the only one really on your team that's going to be somewhat slow is probably Weather here. You know, once you count or Weather and Joey Nutria because of the cooldown on their mobility abilities, but yeah, a bit of a different look going back and looking over towards the GCS side. Lagoleth and Mini Mythical on the DPS going to be picking up the Reaper and Sojourn, and the change of the tank has come. So hopefully this will be a little bit more of a competitive map. But yeah, no Lucio on the side of Confetti. So who needs it? Like I say, when you've got those highly mobile characters like you do.
Yeah, the brawl style coming in from the Owls here is great. Just to run into characters and get them, but Confetti do have such mobile characters, they can probably escape everything that you're going to bring into them here, so they have to be very careful with who they target. So having said that though, the Owls do seem to be on the front foot at the moment, taking down 2 to the 1 that Confetti took down. And now it looks like they're going to descend it to Nymphia. However, Nymphia has capped the point. So, you know, that clock has started ticking, and the rest of the team are going to say, hang on, this is looking much better from the Owls here. They take down Cola Pip there straight away, and they're going to flip this point back. And yeah, there's much cleaner look for them. I like the brawl comp, I love it, always have. And like I say, Lucio is really good on this map, even if it's not doing what, you know, it needs to, just having one. The fear of the Lucio is good enough at this point, I think.
Yeah, definitely. The speed boost definitely helped them out there. They were able to get like a position over them early on, and it's just worked wonders for them. Cola Pip looking to try and get someone in the backline, but GCS are just going to go completely off the point and try and take out the support line of Cav, and it's working well. It's worked well for them.
It did work well. They did lose the point though, and that valuable time that is kicking backwards and forwards for both of these teams here. Pretty much even at the moment on this point. But hang on, Nymphia looking for this pulse bomb. I do love it when we see their point of view because you know what's gonna come. Oh, okay. Okay, we're just gonna have a big brawl here, and is this point gonna get slipped back to Confetti again? Okay, pulse bomb went off, didn't manage to catch anybody, but here comes Weber with that overclock, gonna take down Lemon straight away. Gonna take down Mini Mythical. The Togs definitely trying to keep themselves and the team alive with that call effort, but not gonna be enough. And Confetti are gonna finally flip this back their way for a good chunk of time here, not just little drips and drabs. However, the Owls only need to take this point back one more time to actually get the win on it, 98%.
Yeah, something I actually noticed during that last fight is that actually the DPS and tank line have swapped around from GCS, haven't they? F4 now is actually over on the tank now. The Ramatra, maybe a little bit more of a comfort pick, so they decided to make that change, and it does seem to be looking a little bit more strong for them. The Ramatra able to probably provide a little bit more of an upfront cover and able to play that little bit more deathbally with the Reaper as well.
Joey Nutria puts on the Kitsune Pop, and the Owls just kind of have to back away because it's a very difficult thing to chunk into. Oh, brilliant beat there coming out from Lemon. Oh, one inside the Owls, deflecting any damage that Cola Pip can give to him as he comes out of that Meteor Strike. Oh, a pick has been picked, and oh, here comes the Annihilation from the Ramatra. It's one of my favourite ultimates to watch. It's just so ridiculous, and they are going to flip that back to the side of the Owls, and that is going to be 1 point. A very hard fought point though. It was not one-sided whatsoever. It was very backwards and forwards, but that is what we love about Overwatch.
But look at these ultimates. If you're looking from purely from macro point of view, then you're thinking that GCS has probably come out on top of this first flashpoint, considering that they have 3 ultimates still available to be nearly 3 available for this next big fight. So it's, yeah, all down to Confetti to be able to find a way back into this one. I'm not sure how they're going to do it because this big death ball they're trying to fight into is so tough for them to find those little picks.
Yeah, but all they need is one little pick to get the ball rolling, and if anyone can do it, Weather back onto that Echo now. We know what they're capable of on that. Here comes Mini Mythical with the overclock, 100% charge. Not going to find anybody, it doesn't look like, but it's okay because Cola Pip has received a booping to death from Lemon 01, and that is probably going to be enough to make the Confetti team back away for now. But it's been, you know, I don't think much really happened there.
Well, I mean, it was definitely the overclock obviously created them a little bit of space. It was the only ultimate they had to use, we'll make a note of, but it was enough to be able to stop them from aggressing. And Cola Pip basically took majority of it and eventually went down to that boot, as we saw.
Okay, we have got a copy on the Reaper here. Hang on, but the real Reaper is going to answer Weather and say, no, that's me. You are not me. Big Doomfist punches coming in here. Meteor Strike doesn't manage to find anybody. Nymphia determined to get the taunt down here, who survives with a tiny bit of health. Lovely piece from Lemon to keep them alive just in the nick of time there, and they are going to heal themselves back up with their orbs there on the Myra. Oh, great work here. Is anybody going to be able to touch? 97% and counting. The Doomfist comes in from Cola Pip. Going to receive all the damage here out of the Sticky Bomb. Have found Lemon, and the pick start coming in thick and fast for the team of Confetti. They are going to flip this over. Got 99%. And Ultimate's coming online for the Owls here. Are they going to be able to hold it?
Yeah, it definitely feels like they had to expend a lot. Well, no, not a great deal, to be fair, had Confetti, but the GCS now in a bit of the driving seat because they are up to 99%. They're able to build up those ultimates quite quickly, and with A4FML switching over to this tank and Lagerlef over to this Reaper, it seems to be the fix that they so desperately needed to get themselves back into this one. Oh, both DPS so low though, so quickly.
Yeah, the bomb happened for them. They didn't manage to catch anybody. The taunt has gone down to huge amounts of damage happening in that tiny little room. However, we've also lost Weather. It's a little bit of tit for tat here. I'm not sure who's going to come out on top. The Annihilation has been popped for A4ML there. And it looks like the Owls have got it going back in their way. Just a few more little squishy characters on the side of Confetti's trying to contest it. They may find themselves a little bit of time, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And this point is most likely going the way of the Owls. That's 2-0.
I mean, Confetti had the advantage there if you're looking from the macro game, and they do have the advantage now pushing into this third and potentially final point. So you'd expect that hopefully Confetti have the probably best chance here. And for the first time, we do see a change from Nymphia, who switched over from that Tracer. They've been so dominant on over to this Cassidy. Hopefully a little bit of that little change could potentially see them into this one.
Okay, great beat out from Lemon to protect anyone from whatever Cola Pip wanted to do there. It was probably unpure for Weather. Meanwhile, doing that thing on Echo, they did change themselves over to that Cassidy, got a high noon kill, but not before getting regular kills and everything else. And that was a beautiful fight there from Confetti, absolutely effortless. Maybe the Cassidy pick is what they needed. I didn't really see much of it, but apparently it was good.
Yeah, the double Cassidy with that switch, the Echo ultimate onto the Cassidy, copying it. It was definitely gave them that firepower that they definitely needed. So hopefully they can continue this run and maybe see themselves back into this fight. And that's a good start from Nymphia.
Yeah, early pick onto Lemon there, unfortunately. Are they going to continue to push in here? They've lost their speed boost. Okay, a pick has been taken onto Weather there. We know how much damage they do, but hang on, the res has come out. Lemon got the res onto Weather there. So, you know, they are losing players, but they are getting them back. And while F4ML was chasing Nymphia down there, the rest of the team just kind of crumbled without their tank support. Unfortunate. 83%. I don't think Owls are going to get another crack at this point. If they do, it'll be very scrappy. So I think they might just want to let this one tide over and go to the next one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it would have been nice to be able to see GCS try and force out a few of these ultimates that, you know, Confetti do have 3 coming into this next one. But yeah, they do have the Annihilation, which every single time they've popped it so far this map, they have managed to get the fight win. But that's only one fight, and they need plenty of these fights wins if they're going to be able to secure this third and final flashpoint, which secures them the map. So yeah, I mean, it's all down to GCS to be able to see exactly how they do it. So an early pick would work wonders for them here, and I'm looking towards the likes of Lagerlef to be able to get it, unless it's the Annihilation or the High Noon.
Yeah, they don't want to pop the ultimates too early here because they know that Confetti have got a few in the bag themselves, but they're going to have to do something. They can't just let the Doomfist down there and take it. Okay, now it's going to descend onto the team here. One by one, it's going to take them down. And you can see there was definitely some communication there. They definitely countered that down and said 3, 2, 1, go on the back line. One of them did get picked in the fight though. Here comes the Annihilation, just going to walk straight into everybody, punching away. However, Weather has copied the Ramatra themselves and will be coming up with their own Annihilation to fight back. Oh, not before they do manage to go down though. Did manage to take down the rival Ramatra. And Weather once again showing why they are so great on this Echo. They can play everything.
Yeah, Confetti are fully in control here, and you got to think that maybe you need to start seeing some drier fights coming out from GCS to work up those ultimates and just kind of blow them all at the same time to be able to get that initial fight win to put some pressure back on Confetti. But at the moment, they haven't got a great deal to work with, so they're working to basically just get on top of at least one individual to be able to get one down, and that's one of them. Joey Nutria going down early.
Yeah, gonna watch that res though, because you know Lemon's gonna be looking to get that full team back. Coalescence coming out though, keeping the team nice and healthy. Careful of Mini Mythical there, getting so low, but just managed to survive it. And it looks like the Owls have finally managed to flip this over back into their favour. Maybe gonna try and get Lemon. Nice pick there, and I think there might be one more who they're chasing. But maybe they want to be very careful of the rest of the team coming to get them.
And they only have to use the Coalescence to be able to get back into control at this point, which is going to put them in good stead to be able to go into this next fight, which they're coming up on 2 DPS ultimates now, and also the beat as well to be able to sustain them through this fight, which they're going to need against the Kiriko ultimates, and also wins coming out from Lemon as well. So yeah, it's going to be a big one for them. They have to win this fight. That's Lemon going down though.
That was horrible. Weather just took the skies and just beamed them all down. And look at the state of that. Weather absolutely a killer on this Echo, and it's going to get flipped straight over. And we are going to be playing for match point as the teams go 2-2 here. And what a turnaround for Confetti. It really looked like they were struggling against this Death Ball composition from the Owls, but not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like changes, they only really had to make the change over to Cassidy, and obviously Weather now on that Echo, back on that Echo, is made all the difference that they needed. DPS changes actually showing exactly how much impact they can have.
Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, Mini Mythical getting so low there. Gonna take Sticky Bomb to the face. High Noon coming out from Mini Mythical, not managing to find anybody. And Ramatra once again being copied by Weather. However, the real Ramatra going on a little bit of a tear in the battle line there. Not gonna let this fake Ramatra take their thunder, and the point will get flipped there for the GCS Owls. And yeah, AF4ML there with that Annihilation just did so much work in the backline, just keeping everybody off the point while they were able to cap it.
Yeah, it seems like GCS are definitely working a lot better. These fight wins are going their way when they decide to take the fight on their terms, and that means, you know, the kind of coordinated jumps into the backline that you've been seeing have to be so well delivered. Otherwise, you know, you get the potential pick-offs that you've been seeing in the last few fights that over these last 2 flashpoints, and yeah, it's been working well for them, but they have to keep it up.
Yeah, Nymphia has that High Noon active. They've got to be really careful. I don't know where they are hiding. Coalescence coming out though. Going to be able to keep everyone alive. And the Cassino Rush coming out from Joy Nisha on the side of Confetti. They've got to be careful not to get caught up into a big fight on that path, because that could be devastating for them. However, oh, Legolas has gone down, and it looks like the GCS Owls are crumbling here. However, not before taking over 90% of this point. I think they're going to be okay for a few fights yet to try and get a retake. And we do have that Reaper ultimate coming up. We do have Mini Mythicals, Deadeye perhaps very shortly, and Lemon's Beat. However, Confetti Arrow's got a few of their ultimates coming up very soon as well.
Yeah, Lagaleth is desperately needed to be able to stay alive and sort of secure this one, really. A nice early pick from Cola Pip to be able to take out Lagaleth, who was the real threat in that last fight, and this Reaper ult is going to have to be big to see them done and dusted, otherwise they haven't really got a great deal.
Oh, okay, we did get Joey Nutria, we did get the Kriegel there. Oh, and we did get Nymphia, who was changed onto that Reaper themselves. Didn't notice that until right now. Weather, once again, popping this Ramatra though, to try and get that Annihilation off, to try and do a good job as AF4ML did. Not able to do it this time, and the Owls are gonna flip this one, and it looks like they are finally gonna get that first point on the board, and we have now got a fight on our hands, Puppy. 2-1. GCS Owls 1 and Confetti Arrows 2. It is going to be a proper fight today.
I mean, what a response coming out from GCS. Just absolutely what they needed to be able to see them back into this one. They do have to be a little bit careful as they obviously almost threw it away there, allowing the side of Confetti getting back in this one and kind of getting that ultimate economy back into a stable state, allowed them to take those 2 points. And obviously the changes from the DPS just showing exactly how good a read they have on this GCS side. So yeah, I mean, they stuck to their guns this time, and the change that they did from one of the DPS over to tank, and the tank obviously over to DPS respectively, is actually made a world of difference. So bit more of a kind of fight going on our hands, but they're going to have to do it from a deficit of 2 maps so far. So a long way to go if you're a GCS fan, but if anybody could do it, it's going to be the team that's been dominated throughout this entire spring stage.
Yeah, they haven't lost a series yet, and they don't want to start now in the final. So they've got everything to play for at this point. We are ready with our 3rd map. So we don't have to wait any longer to see how this one continues to go. Let's have it. 3rd map going to be our push map, and we are heading to Toronto. Now, what do you do if you're GCS? Do you continue in that sort of brawl comp, or do you think, let's try something completely different here? We know these push maps have got lots of little hidden high ground where people can come and, snipe people from. You're going to expect Weather to be sneaking around on a Sojourn, Nymphia maybe getting back on that Tracer. Who knows what we can get out of here?
Yeah, definitely. I hope we get to see more of that Tracer, because Nymphia were doing a sublime job on the first couple of maps, and we do see that kind of the changes sticking in terms of the tank over to DPS respectively. We are seeing Lagaleth hovering over this venture now. Are they going to stick onto this one, or are we going to see them switch off? Yeah, no, we're going to see them switch onto the Reaper. A little bit of a tease there. We're not actually going to be able to get it, but they're sticking to this idea of this sort of death ball composition, and it worked so very well for them if they continue to kind of do this target focus. But talk about changes, Cola Pip now on the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, a new look for them. Who knows what they can do on this character. This GCSL team need to be very careful getting too close to that end when they can be pooped off by the hamster in a ball. Not too much really going here, they're just biding their time, and okay, just gonna get everybody in that corner. This is a horrible tactic. I kind of love it. It was good enough for Cola Pip to... Oh, okay. Gonna get pooped off the map there. This is the danger of hanging around those sort of end areas there. Ramatra are going to go in here with those big punches for AF4ML there, and going to manage to take out the team, and it looks like the Owls are going to kick off our 4th map in style.
Yeah, I mean, just again, great target focus coming out from the GCS side. That death ball has to work in that sort of type of way where you have to focus on one hero to get them down. Otherwise, it's just not going to work, because they have got so much mobility. They can sort of kite you around and eventually kind of chip you down to eventually death. With Todd being on that Moira, obviously you've only got a certain amount of healing.
Yeah, but the healing is probably going to be good enough to keep them alive. I don't know, like, the Wrecking Ball is really annoying, but they don't have to do that much damage. They're just kind of like more of an annoyance and to put people into a bad position more than anything else. However, Weather does a lot of damage and continues to be damage boosted by Lemon as well, and that's going to be enough to completely flip these tables once again and get this spot going back to the red side, back to the Confetti team.
Yeah, I mean, it's looked really good from Confetti as well. They have these ultimates up a lot quicker, obviously, thanks to the fact that they build a little bit quicker, but also the last couple of fights, they've managed to get a little bit more damage out, and that early pick onto the Todd just allowed them to really kind of dominate that fight. But, GCS have got a little bit of space to work with here, as they did take the point early, so they are going to be able to fight this one ahead of them, just getting the lead.
Yeah, all they can do is stop that bot from getting to that grey line on the top bar there, and if they can do that, then they can win. Yeah, so that Wrecking Ball with those bombs, so that's going to be a very difficult situation. I don't think maybe Ripple had anywhere else to go there, and Legolas also managed to get caught. Okay, Ramatra copying here, coming out from Weather again, really favouring taking on that Annihilation there. Not even really going to get used on anybody this time though, kills everybody before the ultimate takes effect.
I don't mind this too much because GCS are holding on to their ultimates for, you know, to be able to use them potentially in tandem to get this one back in their favor. Obviously, a very clean fight coming out from the Confetti side, who only had to expend 2, the Echo, pop in that copy, and also Coda Flip, obviously the bombs early as well. And again, just running a riot on this backline with the Wrecking Ball at the moment.
Yeah, and I think poor Mini Mythical is really getting it from all sides here. Always seems to be getting quite low down, getting harassed. But Answer's getting shot straight onto Lemon there, taking down the Mercy from the other team. That's going to be a big chunk of healing. Oh, can Weather go down? He's surviving. Going to throw that nade behind the wall and manages to catch them. Great shot there from Mini Mythical, but still go down. Nymphia getting revenge for their fallen teammates. And this boss going to start getting pushed back into the Owl side. The Kitsune coming up, even though there wasn't a huge fight, there wasn't like a whole team fight going on there. I just think, you know, Confetti really wanted to get back into the game there, and they have. They've stopped the bot and trap of that Kitsune from Joy Nutria there. It was good enough. Nymphia getting the kill onto Lemon 1, and it looks like we are going to push it back into Confetti side, and the Owls are going to try and have a good answer here. Or maybe we're just going to stop in the middle for a little break.
I mean, Confetti are doing an absolute great job of just getting these early picks. With what the last fight, it was the Pulse Bomb onto Lemon 1. This time, it was a nice pick from Nymphia on that Tracer, just beaming down Lemon 1. That's the beat that's basically taken out of it.
Yeah, oh, hang on, Legolas with that death block, and then Mini Mythical with the Jedi, gonna take down both the support players. No more healing for the team, however, Weather doesn't really care as they then go and tag and take down the Moira and the Reaper on the other team. We're now fighting 2 down here. Weather needs to be taken down before they get that annihilation on that copy here. Ace F4ML got their own annihilation in the bag. They might have to pop it at this point to try and stop this bot from progressing any further. However, Cola Pip has taken down the majority of the team here, just rolling around on this stupid little hamster in a ball. It's so annoying, but it's so effective.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'd like to have seen Lemon 1 use the beat there just to try and be able to change the tide a little bit. To be honest, I think it was their best chance to be able to get into that one, especially with the annihilation available from A4ML. Such a hard name to say, but yeah, I mean, just the lack of using ultimates now is kind of hurting them a little bit, I feel.
Yeah, and now they're nearly being spawn held up the top of that little hill there. The bot has passed the halfway point for Confetti, so they will have an earlier spawn. And yeah, Owls really try and get it off them. Here comes that bomb, and I think it did manage to damage a few of the team here, but Coalesce was coming up from the top to try and clear away some of those bombs and keep the team nice and healthy. Nymphia in the back line gonna take down Lemon, who still has that beat. Unfortunately, there's no more beat available for the team here, and it looks like Confetti are pushing this really well here. They are most likely gonna get this to the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be incredibly frustrating for GCS. They aren't able to take the fight exactly how they want to at the moment. They aren't able to get picks without the use of ultimates, it feels, and they don't have a great deal to work with now. They've still got that Lucio and the Ramatra ults. So they have to try and do something here as they're starting to run away with it, Confetti.
Yeah, okay, here's the Kitsune Rush from Joy Nutria on Confetti. The Annihilation! Okay, if AF4ML just walks down the Kitsune path, punching everyone to death, there's not much they can do about it. But once again, I thought Cola Pip was going to once again get away there, but didn't quite manage to. And they finally get the team kill that they so desperately need. And if they can get this to the halfway point and take away Confetti's right to that earlier spawn for the next team fight, then that would be very useful. But, you know, they're definitely going to come back earlier now.
Yeah, they've got a long way to go here to the GCS side, but they have got the ultimates now to do it, so they have to deal with this Wrecking Ball though, running right at the back line. The Pulse Bomb is in their face as well, but already 2 picks is just disaster for GCS.
Yeah, 2 really quick early picks there, and then the rest of the team is just going to fall apart. Confetti so well drilled here, and oh dear, Lemon just says, you know what? No, I'll do it myself. That's pretty fine. Okay, but we are back on the road here for Confetti. They are probably going to take that checkpoint once again, giving them the earlier spawns. Owl's really struggling here.
Yeah, a bit of a changeover to the Diva now for a F4ML, so maybe a slight bit of desperation here, but they do have the ultimates on the tank, the DPS to be able to get them, but it's not going to work if they're not alive. Lagalef fighting for their life here.
Yeah, here comes the death box from Legolas, but everyone just kind of like moves out the way of it. And unfortunately, Legolas just go down. We're getting so close to the end here. And this beat still being held by level 01. And there are so many team fights that may have been, you know, a different answer if that had been popped, but I'm not sure what they're quite saving it for at this point.
The next map, I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't seem to be getting used though at the moment, as we see another coalescence coming up for the Todd. Just really need to kind of think about their ult usage here to be able to get themselves back into this one if they got any chance here. Otherwise, they're staring down a 3-1 and potentially a map point for, and obviously then the finals would be over for the likes of GCS in this run. And I think it'll probably be the first final that I would have gone to without GCS there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange world where GCS are winning this, considering their previous record in this year's tournament, if nothing else. But brilliant coalescence here coming over from the Todd, managing to clear up a few of, and lovely there, just managing to catch the Mercy on a tiny little bit of HP. They can't let Weather just sneak around the back there. They need to go and take them down right now and get out, because if you let Weather live, they're just going to come back and try and get you next time. Okay, halfway point has been reconvened again, but only 1 minute left, and GCS still have so far to go here.
Yeah, they have only got one ultimate to do it with now as well, so no support or ultimates after using both of them in their last fight. Means that they've got to try and get this done with just the ball, just the bomb. I'm so distracted by Wrecking Ball and just called out their name instead. But yeah, like it's going to be an uphill battle from here on in, and they've got to really try and deal with Nymphia and Cola Pip, who are just running absolute circles around them at the moment.
Yeah, gonna get that sticky magnetic nade onto the ball there, gonna hinder them, but not for long. It's a weird one, the magnetic nade. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but here we go. They have now tipped over to the halfway point, the Owls, so they are going to get those earliest spawns, making life a little bit easier for them. Joey Era has gone down, taking out a big chunk of healing. However, Lemon does have that Valkyrie if extra healing is required. They've still got far to push this bot, but oh no, Legolas has gone down in the back corridors there. Brilliant attempt from the Owls, but it looks like it's going to be over though. It's Cola Pip just goes a little bit crazy, followed by Weather back on that Trojan, doing what they love to do. Yeah, but desperately trying to save this off, but here comes the overclocked. Is it going to be up? Okay, we are just not going to take that anymore, and that is going to be another confetti arrow win.
Yeah, just I think it's just a lack of decision making there for the side of GCS was what sent them into this sort of difficult position. They looked very much in control early on when they were able to take the fights on their terms, but this time round it just didn't feel like it. After that first fight they were able to take those fights. Confetti again just doing a wonderful job of just pulling them apart, having multiple different angles to work from when you're using the Wrecking Ball tracer, and then obviously creating space for Sojourn as well, or Echo depending on which one they were playing at the time. So yeah, it's a difficult one. Like the cast D does a great job of being able to hinder with that flashbang, but overall I think it was just a lack of ult usage that really kind of saw them with this defeat.
Yeah, but we are not completely over yet. As we said before, this is a best of 7, so we should still have one more map in the bank today. Well, maybe more if Owls can turn this around, but at the moment Confetti Arrows are on match point. So do you think they can turn it around, Poppy?
I think if anybody can, definitely is going to be the Owls, and obviously they're back on to their map pick, and it's worth noting that was the first time that in this series that we saw Confetti having to do a map pick, but we'll see exactly what GCS is going to select as their map pick just now.
All right, let's have a look. Okay, Shambali. That I can't remember the last time I casted this map, Puppy. Not sure if I ever have.
No, it could be. Could it be because it's the best of 7 that we are guessing this? Because I like you, I don't remember ever casting this one at all. So an interesting one to see. I've never seen teams play any kind of composition, so I'm not too sure what to expect here. But we should soon find out as we see the likes of GCS selecting theirs. It's going to be a little bit more of a better idea, because obviously they got the They got to move out of the spawn and unable to change after that fact. So this is probably going to be what they're going to run, sticking with their guns, with the kind of death ball-y ideology, and hopefully this can work for them if they kind of get their heads back in the game a little bit, focus on that target focus once more. But for Confetti, looking like they might have changed a little bit, maybe opting for something like the Reinhardt now as a result of, never mind, Coda is just baiting me entirely. I thought maybe that was due to the fact that it was a push map, sorry, not a push map, what's it called, escort map. But no, Coda Pip is switched over onto this Wrecking Ball. Once again, they're going to try and cause absolute chaos in the background with the likes of Nymphia and creating space for Weather to be able to get those headshots on the Widowmaker.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea on this part of the map, especially because, you know, the defending team are all going to be holding that high ground, and Cola Pip needs to jump up there and start knocking them off and start causing them a little bit of trouble. And there we go. I assume that was Cola Pip who hit them in the back there and knocked them off. But yeah, and going to start taking them down one by one. They're a very mobile team, so they can just sort of descend upon whoever they want at this point, and it looks like they're doing exactly that. Weather has gone back onto that favoured sojourn, and it's going to click some heads, I guess, and that is going to be a really good early fight for Confetti. They're going to get this cart rolling.
Yeah, once again, GCS kind of unsure exactly what they want to do in terms of like a target focus priority, and at the moment they're just kind of getting separated from each other, and that's when they're really going to struggle. And that early pick as well is going to be a painful one, with Lagalef not able to get up to that EMP, which they're desperately going to need early on to be able to get this the map back on the road.
Yeah, Lagalef back on this, well, not back on this Sombra now. A great pick for the, oh no! Oh, that's a lovely stick from Nymphia, but didn't manage to kill me Mythical there. Yeah, on this Sombra now, a great answer to this Wrecking Ball, going to get hacked, not going to be able to roll away. Also great answer to Nymphia on this Tracer, unable to blink away and all that, so it could be the one that they need right now, but I think they are very aware that the Sombra is sneaking around. And they're just firing everywhere to try and catch them off guard. Oh, and yeah, they knew. They knew exactly where Lagalef was going.
Yeah, kind of straying away and maybe trying to, a little bit of desperation here from Lagalef, but it's not really helping their sort of death ball idea here. You know, they got the rest of the team who are trying to group up and play as this ball, but the Sombra isn't really going to work with that, because they like to play a lot more separately.
Yeah, hang on. The Owls are starting to fight back here, but they got to be really careful because there are those mines all over the point, and Lagalef just found them. They can't really get in to stop this fight from being contested too hard because of all those mines everywhere. The Cola Pip doing a great job of keeping them at bay. But then have to retrieve a little bit because most of the Confetti team are dead. Are they going to try and 1v1 this Moira? Hang on, Cassidy comes save a mini Mythical with the Hinder. Cola Pip has to back away and get healed up, but it won't be long before they're pushing in again. This point teetering on the edge of the end of point 1 here.
Yeah, Coda Pip really knows how far they can push it. I think it was about 30 HP, somewhere in that range, just to be able to keep himself alive.
Ooh, I don't think Joey Nutria managed to get that Kitsune tap off fully there before getting the Deadeye to the face. That is one ultimate that's been completely lost here. They do have to stay out at this point and not let it get pushed any further. Weather has been coming in with that overclock, but then got taken down, and this is looking like a really nice hold here from the Owls.
Yeah, switch now after that ultimate has been used over to the Echo, which I do like the look of, because we know how Weather likes to prioritize the copy onto that Ramatra, and it's been very good to kind of prevent this death ball from getting too much done. A switch over to that could bring up a copy ultimate very quickly, so the Annihilation is very good at sort of disrupting this death ball.
Yeah, I thought Cola Pip would dive on everybody with the mines. Yeah, I don't know the way they kind of did, but great EMP there from Lagalef. Going to disable all those mines a little bit. We can try and clear them up before they do any damage. Weather has gone down here in the chaos, and it looks like this could be okay. It could potentially not be. Those mines are back on. They have to be very careful that they don't move into anything. Oh, Nymphia getting solo here, manages to recall out the way, but Cola Pip is going to swing around and take off everybody from this point. It is an overtime now, so they have got to win this fight to push this over the edge. So the Owls are desperately trying to just continue to touch in every way they can, and they might be able to regroup and have another pick here. Legolas just go down. Oh no, it is so touch and go here. Both teams desperately trying to pick up one by one any fight they can. Remember, when the overtime is ticking, the respawns take a lot longer to come through. But it looks like the Owls are getting back online here. They are finally making a bit of a push. Here comes the corner from the Tarn, going to keep everyone alive. Going to get down Cola Pip, the absolute nuisance. And then hopefully maybe the rest of the team. Here could be annihilation. Okay, Confetti cannot stay on this point while this is going on. They did not manage to take point one, and that was a surprise to me. They had so much time to do it around that corner, but wow, what a hold from the Owls.
The Ramatra just stayed alive just throughout the entirety of that. I think there was, you know, a sprinkling of different characters rolling in and out as they unfortunately weren't able to get much done before going sent back to the spawn. But AF4ML able to stay alive. I think started off around sort of early 70%ish on the ultimate, was able to get up towards the end there just from really playing their life. And yeah, I think that was one of the key reasons that we managed to sort of hold on to that one there, as it was very, very scrappy towards the end. A Tracer and Bull not able to finish the job, unfortunately. So overall, you got to give it to AF4ML to holding on to that one, and a good hold. I mean, considering how this map started, you would expected it to be at least this first point going the way of Confetti, but some great individual plays, and obviously the team play throughout the sort of middle part of this first push from Confetti was the result of GCS getting this, preventing them from getting the first point.
Yeah, brilliant hold. Now we see Cola Pip back on that Doomfist that they have been favouring quite a lot today. It has been going really good for them, so now Legolas, don't you tease me. You ain't gonna do that. Okay, back on the Sombra here. Probably expecting that Wrecking Ball, but Sombra also really good against Doomfist, so let's see how they progress this map. That high ground going to be occupied. I mean, Nymphia and Weather probably have to be a little bit more mobile. They don't really just want to stand up there shooting down, because the weapons aren't going to do as much as they want to. But we do see Nymphia sneaking around the back here, and they may be after somebody. Okay, great dive there onto Lemon, and then Legolas as two of them go down, and that is going to be a reset here for the Owls, and that they are very cautious and hide around the corner there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that was the decision of the team, or if Elema maybe went a little bit off the script there, deciding to go onto the point to get a little bit of a push. But the rest of the team were not anywhere near, and obviously Legolas tried to help out, but unfortunately got taken down in the chaos. So yeah, maybe a little bit of communication there. Hopefully they can get that sorted and get back into this.
Yes, and the Doomfist getting scarily low there, about 40 HP, but not managing to finish them off. Cola Pip does escape with a tiny little bit of life. Now we can see Legolas desperately trying to get a hack onto anybody who comes too close to them here. Have to be really cautious. Oh, huge amount of damage there onto Cola Pip, and they just go down like a lead balloon. And that could be the answer that GCFLs need to get this cart rolling. The rest of the team just managed to disengage really well though.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much down to, again, AF4ML. The decision making from the team was really, really good to collapse onto Cola Pip, but the Ravenous Vortex basically sticking the Doomfist to the ground and preventing him from being able to get out was basically the reason why they got that kill. So overall, really good idea. This Doomfist is not getting gone on again.
Wow, Vortex plus hack, you know, that is a really good tactic from them onto the Doomfist. Weather has copied this from right here, so there is probably going to be annihilation coming up on the opposite side very soon, so we have to be really cautious about that. Coalescence coming out to keep everybody healthy and keep everybody back as well, and this is looking pretty good from the Owls. The Doomfist hacked again, gonna go down. Brilliant teamwork there, following up on that hack from Legolas, and it's looking pretty good as Joey Nucia also follows in death on the side of Confetti, and this payload is coming up to that corner. It could be on that end very soon. I'm not sure if anyone's going to come in there to get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's really great sort of a slow play there from GCS, realizing that they had the copy out onto the Ramatra and the annihilation was imminent. Backing up, giving them a little bit of space, and then re-engaging. Perfect timing with the Coalescence, the Todd, timing that one really, really well. And the rest of the team just basically, when they decide to go, they decide to go. And that's exactly what we were talking about in the last map, where they're able to take these fights on their terms. And despite the fact that we see the player of the game going towards Confetti Arrow's Cola Pip, it's going to be GCS answering back now with a 3-2.
Yeah, and could this go all the way to map 7? I just don't know. It definitely looks like the GCSLs have woken up a little bit now, and it could happen. However, Confetti Arrows still teetering on that 3 wins there. It could go towards them as well. All they need is that one more lucky shot to get it going. But that was a great map there from the Owls, as they do manage to even this up a little bit. It's looking pretty good. But everyone, we are going to take a really short break because obviously this is going on a little bit longer than we intended. But we'll be back in a few minutes. Hang tight and we will not be long for you. All right, we are back, everybody. It is currently 3 games to the Confetti Arrows and 2 games to the GCS Owls. This could go either way. Are we looking at a map 7 scenario? I do not know. Confetti Arrows just need to take one more for the best 7 win. Poppy, what do you think?
At this point, I really hope so, because both of these teams are showing exactly how much they really want this win, and obviously the opportunity to play at LAN. And yeah, I really thought after that first couple of fights that it was going to be Confetti with that another sort of map win and taking it home. But GCS again showing exactly how resilient they are in their kind of compositions as well, being so versatile with the changeover to Sombra. I wasn't too sure how well it was going to work with their ideas, sort of playing a little bit more deathbally. But again, like I say, the fight's a lot cleaner, and it seems to be when they start to really bring everything together and kind of plug up these holes that Confetti are exploiting currently. They're able to really make the map theirs, and so as long as they can continue to prevent Confetti disrupting them, I think honestly we could be on for a map 7.
We haven't had one of them in a very long time, but we are going to go into what may or may not be our final map right now. Let's have a look. It's going to be Midtown on our hybrid map, second hybrid map of the day. We don't often see that. Yeah, this one, I really like Midtown, and it looks like GCS are probably going to come back out with this sort of roll comp Legolev on that Sombra from the outset here, knowing that Cola Pip favours these sort of divey tanks that are easily countered by it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm prepared to be proven wrong. I mean, I can see how something like this sort of map, it could work relatively well. You get a hack, you collapse on that individual, very much how Summer has played. But they have got a sort of slightly more of a ranged sort of character than Mini Mythical, but as long as they stuck relatively together, they hopefully should be less likely to be taken apart by Confetti, who again sticking very much to their guns, understanding that that's where their kind of strengths lie. I thought they were going to change over to a Lucio for the first time there, but no, Joe Nutria is going to switch over back to that Kiriko, which is what we've been expecting this entire map.
Oh, lovely little hack onto Lemon there, but doesn't actually follow it up with anything and have to get out of there before there's any trouble. Oh no! What is Nymphia up to? Finds Legolas and takes them down really quickly, and it looks like the top might be in a little bit of trouble here, trying to 1v1 with Doomfist. And they do go down to a little shot in the back from Weber as well, and Confetti are just absolutely collapsing on the team of the Owls here, going to be able to hit the point nice and quickly.
So this is what we kind of found when, you know, Confetti were able to have their map pick once more. They were able to get that break the stride of GCS, so hopefully we can see them try and get back into this when they are going to be able to with 2 points taken.
Yeah, didn't quite manage to get all the way over the edge there, but oh, an easy early pick there from Weather, damage boosted with that Sojourn onto Lagalith. Yeah, Mini Mythical going down as well, and it's not looking good for the Owls as everyone is just falling one by one. The points will be flipped for the Confetti, and they will get this fire truck rolling down the streets of Midtown. And I think maybe the Owls need to think a little bit about, you know, this worked in the last map, maybe not so much now. And it looks like we are having a little change of heart here as AF4ML goes up this D.Va.
Yeah, I think it's needed. It's not currently working for them at the moment, and a couple of early picks onto Lagaleth each fight has been the way in for the side of Confetti, and it almost was again there as Lagaleth almost got taken out early on.
Yeah, brilliant descent onto Cola Pip here. Everyone just doing their job. Now, with the addition of this D.Va, they are going to be able to fly into characters like Lemon is a thing, yeah. However, they are being kept so alive by Joy Nutria here. Supporting support here. Keeping each other alive. You love to see it. And they are going to manage to survive a little bit more. But yeah, it is this D.Va who's going to be able to fly up and keep people like Weather in check. Maybe, perhaps. The rush has come up from Joy Nutria, but it looks like everybody's taking the fight onto the high ground here. It just kind of give them a little bit of space to push this part a little bit further. Nymphia has managed to catch Lemon with that pulse bomb. Meteor Strike gonna come out, maybe gonna try and get Mini Mythical here. Gonna get them right on their own here. Either bomb has come out. Is it gonna manage to catch anybody? I'm not sure. I don't think it's got anybody there. Everyone's managed to survive and hide from it. Big coming out for this rocket on this D.Va. Oh, and Cola Pimp going so low in the HP, managed to get the head healed up nicely by Lemon though. And it looks like they are going to push this right around the corner as the Owls back off very slightly.
Yeah, a couple of big ultimates used there from Confetti, and it seems like GCS really struggle with this reactive playstyle that they're forcing to be having to play with the disruption that Confetti are putting in. Another early pick onto Laganov just seems to be really struggling towards this EMP so far, only up to 94%, and we're on the second point here. I think maybe they look to change.
Yeah, it's not working out. Every time Lagaleth goes for something, they are getting, unfortunately, taken down. And this is another strong fight here from Confetti. The hack goes out. Lagaleth already at half HP as they just get targeted instantly. However, the Owls are fighting back here, taking down all the support players, and then potentially managing to get a few more here. Tempted to hit Nymphia with the virus there, but yeah, the Confetti team are going to back away a little bit as they have the severe casualties here. Nymphia maybe not so sure if they're going to back away.
Yeah, they really need to, as I was saying previously, start thinking about how they're going to get these fights back onto their terms, because they need to be starting using these ultimates a little bit more proactively rather than the reactive style that they've had to play so far. I'd like to see a nice early EMP coming out from Legolas here to set them up nicely, maybe potentially coupled with a bomb. Again, you don't want to overexpend it, especially with a Confetti who have 3 coming up to 4 ultimates themselves.
The EMP is online, so this could be really big and winning that next team fight. No, it's not. not because Legolas has gone down. That EMP was absolutely going to be make or break, I think, for this fight. And then one by one, the rest of the Owls team will be backed into a corner and then punched to death by that Doomfist. However, still a potential that they can stop this cut from rolling. Here's the EMP. It's absolutely huge. Going to find 4 of the team, and then the majority of them will just go down straight away. Brilliant work from Legolas, finally getting that EMP that we wanted to see. Ooh, and they're going to hold this with 1.5 minutes on the clock for now, which is pretty good hold considering the start of this push with like over 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, look at the difference in that fight there. You know, when they decide to go in with that, they are forced to do it, obviously, because the point's getting so close to this this second capture point. They're forced to kind of use their abilities in a more proactive sense and use them with urgency, and it works out for them. They manage to get a really clean fight as a result of it. Just need to see that more coming out from GCS if they're going to be able to hold this one.
Oh no, Leg 11's gone down nice and early, and here comes the overclock from Weber with that damage boost. Absolutely devastating to anybody who dares to peek it. And there's a good chance that they'll get this over the line just based on the fact that everybody has to back away from that ultimate. We have one little Moira on the tar just trying to desperately touch, but taking it down to 40 seconds at the end there. 2 minutes left to push this point show. That was a really good hold from them. They held that for like 4 minutes or so.
Yeah, they did a relatively good job, but oh, Legolas, it looks like it's gone down once more. Just having an absolute horrible time so far. I never knew that that was a lift there. When has that been? Has that always been there?
I've got no idea. This map is like just everywhere. I always find new things on Overwatch 2 that I just did not know were there.
There you go. I had no idea. So they continue to push this one on with 1 minute 30 left. We saw it previously that, you know, GCS, if they can get into a position where they start to hold on to this one, the escort map that we saw previously, they managed to get themselves into a relatively good spot. But again, Legolas getting so low. Oh god, does get an early pick though, so it's a trade.
Yeah, it's a trade, but I'm not loving this Sombra so much anymore. It seems every time Legolas does something, you know, they just go down really quickly, and it's not working out as great as I hoped. Yes, the EMP was fantastic, but that's one fight out of how many where they've been picked off really early. And once again, here goes Confetti, got that early pick, and job done.
This is the thing, it's a very solo sort of play style is Sombra. Unless you have the composition to work around it, it has to be the likes of, you know, someone, those who have like high mobility are able to collapse on the hack targets, but they don't really have that on the side of GCS, so the hacks kind of are a little bit negated in some sense, and I think Legolas is struggling as a result.
Yeah, just managed to get out of that one with their life though. No damage done to the Confetti team though, but 30 seconds left and this point has not crossed the path yet. Coalescence and feet committed from the Owls here. However, that Kitsune path is running wild for the Confetti team. Anybody who steps on it though is going to be in the path of those 3 ultimates here committed from the Owls. We're trading a few here, but I do think the Owls are on top, considering they definitely have the spawn advantages here. But Weather doesn't want to give up, wants to continue trying to push this point, and has to because there's only 1 second left on the clock, but it's not going to be enough as they are meant to take down. Here comes that Wrecking Ball from Cola Pip, but that hack so effective onto this Wrecking Ball and stops us from going any further. EMP with the bomb. Classic combo, and that is going to stop them from pushing this to completion. And a very good hold there from the Owls, considering how bad this map started for them.
Considering the length of the time that this map went on, unfortunately we're only able to get 2 EMPs up, and obviously one which was not really expended in a way that was needed. I think the Reaper was definitely more of a better situation for them, but I mean overall it has to be said that it can't just be down to Legolas to make these plays. They have to be a little bit more proactive with the way that they're taking these fights. I'm saying it over and over again because it's just such a big, crucial part of the reason why they're not able to win these fights, because they're playing a reactive playstyle which doesn't suit them as so far, and it's not suited the GCS that I've known for a long time. They've always been an organization that's a school that really strives off of like a more proactive, in-your-face playstyle. I feel so. Yeah, and it's difficult to play against. Let's face it. I mean, as much as I harp on about it, it's difficult to kind of deal with these multiple layers that confetti have. You know, who are able to get in and out as and when they want to. So the likes of something that disrupts that, like I can see why you would want to pick something like a Cassidy or a Sombra to get to prevent them from using these movement abilities and stop them in their tracks. But let's see if it works out for them here. They've got a long way to push, have got plenty of time to do so, but they're going to have to take some convincing fights early on.
Yeah, and that is what we want from them. You know, we want this to be a really good fight. Legolas in this backline looking for a little hack target here. Hopefully not going to go down as quickly as they have been previously. And we're going to get out with their life. Okay, so we're going to take a little alternate route around the back street here. Doomfist has received that hack though. It's going to go down. Not enough to cause any sort of concern though, I don't think. And Weber taking that high ground, so they can shoot from a long distance away and be perfectly safe with that damage boost as well. Now we're playing around this fire truck here, trying to take a little bit of space, trying not to get killed, but it does look like Confetti are going to take the majority of the kills here, and they are going to be able to send Owls back to forward to have a think about what they can do differently to push in here. It's going to be a difficult game. The ritual bullying of the little diva.
Yeah, poor AF4ML is fighting for the life. I was going to say, we want to be remeching there, otherwise you might end up feeling a little bit more ult charge there to the side of Confetti, and they have plenty of it coming in after this first fight, up to over 70% for 3. Nearly 4 of the team, and Nymphia sat in that pulse bomb pretty at the top there already. Yeah, maybe a bit of a change coming out from Mini Mythical, rushing back to the spawn there. Yeah, can change over to the Sojourn. A different look, but still, it's such a difficult and disjointed composition that I feel going to be a struggle to get themselves on top of this map. But that's a nice early pick to get them started.
Yeah, absolutely dived onto Weber there in Sojourn, who was hiding up in that high ground. Here comes the Doomfist, that meteor strike. Seems to be the only one in that room. Are they gonna let them go? No, the hack has been committed to the Doomfist. However, he's just too quick. He's just getting away with absolute murder here, time and time again. It's Solar Pip, gonna hide around every little corner possible. Another hack comes out, not gonna find a kill there. Nymphia, that's doing what Nymphia does on that tracer, absolutely tearing through everybody in that room. Oh, everywhere. AF4ML once again receiving the treatment on that little diva.
Yeah, and you kind of see it there. The kind of GCS maybe struggling from a little bit of miscommunication, where the Todd was kind of trying to rush down the Doomfist with the Coalescence, and then subsequently obviously following up even more with it. But the rest of the team had kind of already committed onto the point after they'd taken out the Sojourn of Weather. So I just need to be a little bit more have a clearer understanding of where they want to collapse on top of, where they want to take the space. And this is a nice early ultimate coming out from Joe Neutrino as well to add a little bit of uncertainty in them.
Yeah, it was right in the path of where the Owls team was going as well, so they couldn't really step out here without getting a Kitsune boosted shot to the head from absolutely everybody standing there. And Polipip doesn't want to let them get out of this tiny little room, wants to keep them in there. The beast committed from Robin though, gonna keep everybody nice and healthy for the time being, but not for very long. And Polipip does not see the fact that Lemon did that, gonna absolutely torture poor Lemon by using that beast, but will pay for it with their life as we finally get this taken over and the Owls may finally be taking this point. I don't feel like Confetti are going to get another touch on this.
I'm hopeful that this might be a turning point for the side of GCS, but I mean, it was off the back of a well-placed beat there, and the support ultimates seem to be where they're able to get their fight wins from for the majority of the time. They do have a nice combination between the two, Lagaleth and AF4ML, but 34 seconds left on their clock was when we received the first EMP check mark. We need to see that coming up a little bit more often if they're going to have a chance to push this all the way to the golden square.
Yeah, and that golden square is quite far away, and they only have just over 2 minutes to do it, as opposed to the 5 odd minutes that the team started with. Brilliant EMP there, another 4-man EMP. for Lagalev, and everybody who received that is going to fall, apart from Cola Pip, who is just going to fight back. Hacked or not, is still going to try and take down the entire team. Going to get caught by those Fever Rockets. It's still alive! Cola Pip's still alive somehow. Hiding, just getting pushed back and then getting healed up and coming back, and the rest of the team now are here to back them up. And this is now a bit of a dicey situation for the Owls. They had everything, and now the rest of Confetti are back. I'm not sure they have anything to fight with anymore.
Nice, they capitalise on that with Cola Pip though. A little bit overextending and overheating there. So now they have, again, the opportunity to be able to take this fight exactly how they want to, and the Coalescence is going to make that a little bit easier.
Yeah, keeping everyone alive, and oh yeah, brilliant. We've got down the Kiriko on Joey Nutra there. And we're just, oh, and where's this pulse bomb going from Nymphia? Didn't seem to find anybody, and AF4ML gonna take down quite a few characters on this Fever, but getting so low themselves, desperately in need for a little bit of healing. However, Cola Pip also in need of a little love. Gonna take down that Doomfist though, gonna get away with his life on that Meteor Strike once again. Here comes the Diva Bomb, not gonna find anybody. That fire truck finds all the comfort that they need to keep themselves safe from it. Weather with that overclock once again, absolutely ridiculous. Gonna take down pretty much everybody on the team, and that is gonna stop the Owls from pushing this any further.
Yeah, and probably a stagger on the Diva here is, oh, maybe not. I was going to say that was probably going to be the nail in the coffin potentially for this GCS side, but they do have a couple of ultimates here coming up, and maybe an EMP if Lagalev can get that one up relatively quickly. They have that for this last fight of this second point. Otherwise, it's going to be a 4-2 win for the side of Confetti, and with Lemon going down, that's got to be a struggle now.
Yeah, Cola Pip has gone down as well though, so, you know, they've lost their tank. It might be a little bit of an issue for them as well. Joey Nutra coming out with that Kitsune rush. Is that going to be all they need? Weather on that path with that damage boost. Absolutely crazy. Gonna hit them right, six, left, right, and centre. The beat comes out as Lemon returns, but I don't think it's going to be enough as the majority of the team have already gone down. However, we do see AF4ML on that Doomfist themselves trying to apply in kind with those punches. I'm not sure it's going to be enough though. And the overtime will tick down, and that is Confetti going 4-2 today and being your Northern champions.
Yeah, what a great showing for the side of Confetti. I think overall an incredible showing, but especially from this individual Weather, who on this Sojourn just played absolutely a blinder, really. So yeah, and it really worked well with their composition to cut that tracking, just understanding exactly where they're going to get the next elimination from, and overall, yeah, just really dominated the field there alongside Nymphia, who had a little bit of a quieter series after that first couple of maps, but overall, yeah, just brilliant stuff.
Yeah, great from both teams today. And I think that was a result that we probably weren't expecting, given the fact that these two teams have fought before, and Owls were definitely the more dominant one. So congratulations, Confetti, for sort of, you know, beating your arch nemesis in this game. So congratulations, Confetti, for being our Northern champions as well. And we will see you for the grand finals, which hopefully we'll be able to release more details about very soon. So Puppy, I want to ask, I mean, there's a heck of a lot to choose from. Who do you fancy for the MVP?
I was going to say, but you know, there's a funny old saying of for the individual that I was going to give it to, but I think instead I kind of changed my mind in sort of more recent games, because it's. I was going to say, you know, everywhere you go, always take the Weather with you, which they will definitely be doing through to the finals this time round. But I think overall, it has to go to Cola Pip, who played an absolute blinder on the Wrecking Ball, and also for the majority of it, the Doomfist as well. Every single time was just creating so much space for the team, getting picks into the backline, understanding how much they could push it until they needed to kind of back off, getting back to the team, getting that heal back up, getting back in, and just causing absolute chaos for the likes of Nymphia and Weather to be able to pop off. And it wouldn't have been possible, I feel, without Cola Pip on that role.
Yeah, just been causing absolute nuisance today, haven't they? They've just been, sowing the seeds of chaos so much for the rest of the team to descend and do the job that they need to do. They're brilliant from all the team today, but yeah, I think the tank role for Confetti has been absolutely crazy. So congratulations, Cola, Pip, and everybody else on the team. You've all been fantastic today, and of course Owls as well. Very sad that we did not see you in the grand final, but thank you very much for participating. You have been brilliant as always. But that is it for me and Puppy for indeed all of Overwatch for this year on our remote setups. Hopefully we'll get to see you. It'll land near you at some point. But Puppy, any final words from yourself?
No, not really. It's just thank you very much for such a wonderful season, everybody, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you at LAN. Should obviously we get invited, and yeah, we will hopefully give you a lovely finals to work with. So please do come up and say hi if you do see us, and obviously follow us on our respective sort of, at on whatever it is called now, not Twitter, it's at, X, isn't it? So, but yeah, keep playing Overwatch, keep enjoying it, and keep esports alive, because at the moment it feels like, especially we were talking about it initially, it needs a little bit of love at the moment. So it's nice to see people taking part still and doing things that they enjoy.
Yeah, thank you, Puppy, as well, for casting with me all season. You've been an absolute delight. And thank you to Brad, our producer, and Little Joe, our observer, who is obviously not here today because it's pre-recorded. But thank you, Joe. We love you. And thank you to all the students and teachers and everybody who's been involved in making this a brilliant Overwatch season. And we hope we will see you again next year. But for now, that is it from me and Puppy. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, guys, and thank you to everybody who took part. Congratulations, confetti arrows. We will see you all very soon.